Adam Pearce makes a huge change to Roman Reigns' match at Clash in Paris. Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena at Clash in Paris. John Cena accused of serious allegations. The WWE made a huge mistake with Logan Paul and Cena's feud. A massive MJF bombshell dropped on a WWE show. A major injury update on a WWE star. The Rock shares a heartbreaking personal update. Rhea Ripley's weird backstage segment bashed. The New Day berate angry fans after Raw. Chris Jericho returns in a very special role. Let's dive right in. Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena at Clash in Paris. WWE Clash in Paris 2025 is just days away, and the excitement for this international premium live event is through the roof. With several blockbuster matches confirmed, whispers of Brock Lesnar's return are adding fuel to the fire. Here are 3 big signs that the Beast incarnate could crash the show and target John Cena. Number 1. Cena versus Logan Paul could steal the spotlight. One major clue pointing to Lesnar's return is the heavy promotion of John Cena's match against Logan Paul, which might headline Clash in Paris. Despite other huge bouts like Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship in a fatal 4-way, and Roman Reigns facing Bronson Reed in his first singles PLE match since WrestleMania 40, WWE is pushing Cena versus Paul as the main event, even using it as the PLE's cover image. This suggests a bigger plan. Possibly Lesnar storming in to destroy Cena, echoing his brutal attack at SummerSlam 2025. This could set the stage for their anticipated showdown at WrestlePalooza. Number 2. Nick Aldis drops a hint on SmackDown. On last week's SmackDown, general manager Nick Aldis teased Lesnar's return during a backstage moment with Cena. Aldis started to share something he'd heard from the Beast, but Logan Paul cut him off with a surprise knockout punch. This subtle nod from Aldis is a strong hint that Lesnar's comeback is imminent, and Clash in Paris feels like the perfect spot for it to happen. Number 3. WWE loves jaw-dropping moments. Lesnar's entrances are always electric, instantly creating unforgettable moments. WWE thrives on delivering shocks, and Triple H could be planning the Beast's return to make a massive splash at Clash in Paris. His arrival would send the live crowd into a frenzy and generate huge excitement for the international PLE. While these signs point to Lesnar making a big impact, only time will tell if he truly shows up to shake things up. John Cena accused of serious allegations. John Cena, often praised as one of wrestling's most generous stars, has been hit with serious claims from a former WWE World Champion. Jake Hager, known as Jack Swagger during his WWE days, dropped a bombshell in a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet, accusing Cena of refusing to put him over. Hager, a controversial Money in the Bank winner, won the briefcase at WrestleMania 26 and teased cashing it in on then WWE champion Cena the next night on Raw. Instead, he backed off and cashed in on Chris Jericho, winning the World Heavyweight title. Hager revealed that Cena flat out refused to lose to him and claimed he wasn't the only young talent Cena wouldn't elevate back then. Oh yeah, Cena absolutely refused to do it. I was told that was what happened, because the original plan was that I was gonna beat him Monday night on Raw and not do the tease. But I'm a young guy. I've been there for a cup of coffee, so what are you gonna do? But I'm not the only guy he's done that to. He did that throughout his career. I was surprised to see what happened with him and Truth R-Truth lately, because usually he tried to take that glory. But I feel like this time he's the one who said we better go with Truth and get him back here, Hager said. During his WWE run, Hager captured the World Heavyweight United States and ECW championships. In the same interview, he shared that he's quietly stepped away from wrestling and started a trucking business, hauling goods like crates, pallets, and even paper cups from warehouse to warehouse. A bunch of bullsh. It's like warehouse to warehouse, crates, pallets, it could be anything. I hauled the forklift the other day. Paper cups are in the truck right now. They're gonna be dropped off tomorrow. I own the trucks, Hager said. Hager's last known match was at an indie event in November 2024. Whether he'll ever return to wrestling remains to be seen, but his allegations have cast a shadow over Cena's legacy as his retirement tour continues. The WWE made a huge mistake with Logan Paul and Cena's feud. The brewing feud between John Cena and Logan Paul took a dramatic turn on last week's SmackDown, but WWE's creative choices drew heavy criticism from inside sources. During the show, the Maverick took shots at Cena, mocking his Hollywood career, only for the Cenation leader to fire back with an attitude adjustment. Later, Paul got his revenge, ambushing Cena in the parking lot while he was talking to Nick Aldis. On Sportskeeda's Legion of Raw, inside sources slammed the decision to place this pivotal moment after the show's credits, arguing it was a major misstep by Triple H. They do a deal where Cena gets some heat on Logan Paul during the show. Logan Paul then goes in the back, and Drew McIntyre says to Logan Paul, "You need to get your receipt before this night is over." Then we have the main event, and they show us the credits, Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting. As soon as I see that, I turn the TV off. You roll the credits, The show is over. What happened was they went back to Logan sucker punching Cena. So I tweeted out, Triple H, I'm just trying to help you out. When you roll the credits, people think the show is over, the sources said. The sources pointed out that airing the attack after the credits likely caused many fans to miss it, as they turned off their TVs assuming the show had ended. This critical angle, meant to build heat for one of Clash in Paris' biggest matches, deserved better placement to maximize its impact. The Cena vs. Paul clash promises to be a thrilling one-off, potentially the only time these two face off in a singles match, making WWE's booking blunder all the more frustrating. A massive MJF bombshell dropped on a WWE show. The WWE Universe has been buzzing with anticipation for former AEW World Champion MJF to join the Stamford-based promotion, and a massive hint was dropped on the latest episode of NXT. During a thrilling blindfold match between Lexis King and Miles Bourne, a moment stole the show for reasons beyond the action. Lexis King, a former AEW star himself, grabbed the mic and sent a bold message to the NXT roster saying, "I'm better than you and you know it," MJF's iconic catchphrase. This sparked wild speculation about MJF possibly jumping ship to WWE. "I'm better than you and you know it," King declared, echoing MJF's signature line. King, who's close friends with MJF, might be dropping a clue about something bigger, especially given their shared history in AEW. Fans are now wondering if this was a deliberate tease for MJF's potential WWE debut. However, MJF's contract with AEW is still active with no expiration in sight, and he's also exploring Hollywood, fresh off his role in Happy Gilmore 2. While a move to WWE feels like a long shot for now, this catchphrase moment has everyone talking about what could be next for the charismatic star. A major injury update on a WWE star. At WWE NXT Heatwave, Obafemi defended his NXT championship against Javon Evans in a brutal main event. Evans, already nursing injured ribs, took a beating that culminated in Femi sending him crashing through the announce table, leaving the young star laid out and raising fears of a serious injury. On this week's NXT, General Manager Ava, daughter of The Rock, provided a worrying update on Evans' condition. "No one has heard from Javon Evans following his loss at Heatwave, and because of that, I now have to find a new #1 contender for the NXT championship," Ava announced. With Evans' status unclear, Ava booked a match between Josh Briggs and Ricky Saints to determine Obafemi's next challenger at No Mercy. The silence from Evans has left fans wondering about his future, and when WWE will share more details on his condition. Meanwhile, Corey Graves dropped a hint about Evans' rising star power, revealing that his name is making waves on the main roster. "As a matter of fact, I did Monday Night yesterday, and I was sitting ringside during the day. The name Javon Evans came up on more than one occasion from more than one superstar. Javon Evans is the talk of the game these days, and with great reason," Graves revealed. Evans has been turning heads in NXT, and Graves' comments suggest a potential main roster call-up could be on the horizon, provided he recovers from his current setback. The Rock shares a heartbreaking personal update. WWE icon. The Rock shared a deeply moving update on Instagram after the latest Monday Night Raw, reflecting on his late father, WWE Hall of Famer Rocky Johnson. Fans had been hoping to see the final boss return during John Cena's heel run, but The Rock has been absent from WWE for some time. As a third-generation wrestler, the Brahma Bull not only carried his family's legacy, but arguably outshone it. Rocky Johnson's birthday was August 24th, and a day later, The Rock posted a heartfelt message, wishing his father a happy heavenly birthday and opening up about their complex bond. "Happy heavenly birthday, Dad. My dad's birthday was yesterday, and I thought about him. A lot. I had a good amount of, I wonder if, thoughts about him and our relationship. He raised me with a tough and complex love, but at least I had love, you know. I know a lot men in my life who never had their father's love at all. Hard to reconcile stuff with your dad when he's no longer here, but nonetheless, regardless of challenges or any struggle, my dad was a life adapter, and he taught me to be the same. Work hard and adapt," he wrote. "I'll always be grateful for that lesson. Happy birthday, Soulman up there in heaven. You were never shy, so stop by and say hello every once in a while," he added. The Rock's last WWE appearance came after the main event at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event, where he was joined by musician Travis Scott. In a stunning moment, John Cena appeared to align with The Rock, turning heel and attacking Cody Rhodes. However, the angle fizzled out as The Rock hasn't returned since. Rumors swirl about a possible rift with Triple H, but nothing has been confirmed. Fans are left wondering when the Hollywood star will step back into the WWE ring. Rhea Ripley's weird backstage segment bashed. On this week's Raw, a backstage segment featuring Rhea Ripley and Sky left many scratching their heads, including inside sources who didn't hold back their criticism. Before her match against Roxanne Perez, Ripley was stretching when Sky approached to thank her for stepping in the previous week. Sky had beaten Raquel Rodriguez, only for Rodriguez and Perez to gang up on her in a 2-on-1 attack until Mommy made the save. In this week's segment, the two shared a heartfelt hug, and Sky mentioned needing to sort things out with the Kabuki Warriors before walking off. On Sportskeeda's Legion of Raw, inside sources called the moment jarring and out of place, questioning the creative team's direction. "That's what I want to talk about, bro. Not for anything. That thing started, I'm watching this and I'm like, wait a minute, I know I've been watching all these shows. I swear to God, I'm watching this and I'm like, they're lovers now? I swear, that is how that thing started. I'm watching, I'm like, wait, I don't remember. I know I'm getting old. Did I miss something? There was a very intimate moment at the beginning of that. This is kind of weird, ladies, the sources said. They felt the exchange seemed overly intimate and out of character, leaving them wondering if they'd missed a key storyline development tying Ripley and Sky so closely together. The night wasn't easy for Ripley, who faced Perez in a hard-fought singles match. Despite Perez's smaller size, she put up a strong fight, but Ripley powered through to win. After the bell, Rodriguez and Perez jumped Ripley again, only for Sky to rush in and return the favor, taking them out to even the score. The New Day berate angry fans after Raw. The New Day, now one of WWE's most despised heel tag teams after a decade as beloved babyfaces, leaned hard into their villainous roles after the August 25th Raw. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods didn't hold back, clashing with fans in a heated parking lot showdown captured by WrestleVlogs. The night saw Kingston notch a win over Penta in a singles match, thanks to a timely distraction from their new ally, Grayson Waller. As Kingston and Woods headed to their bus post-show, the Birmingham crowd let loose with New Day sucks chants. The duo fired back, refusing to back down, and when fans started goodbye chants, Kingston and Woods hilariously sat down, refusing to leave, keeping the tense but funny exchange going until they finally boarded the bus. The New Day's bad blood with Penta has been brewing. On the August 18th Raw, Woods lost to the Luchador and later claimed he suffered a neck injury from Penta's Mexican Destroyer. When a fan online called for Woods to be ousted from the New Day, he clapped back, emphasizing his loyalty and toughness. "How slow are y'all? Even with an injured neck, I'm still coming to work because I care about my friends that much. Hurt neck and all, I'll still be there, unlike people who are extremely weak and need stretchers and time off," Woods wrote. Now, Kingston, Woods, and Waller are pushing to get Penta's Mexican Destroyer banned. Whether their campaign succeeds remains to be seen, but their heel antics are keeping the WWE universe talking. Chris Jericho returns in a very special role. Talk of Chris Jericho making a WWE comeback has heated up, with a former writer pitching a unique role for the veteran star. In a recent interview, inside sources joined Dr. Chris Featherstone to discuss Jericho's potential return, not as a wrestler, but in a special non-wrestling role. Sources pointed out that WWE's shows have been lacking spark, largely due to a shortage of big-name stars who truly stand out. Because there's no stars, man. There's nobody that means anything. That's why, the sources said, with buzz growing about Jericho's future as his AEW contract nears its end, sources suggested he could return to WWE as the general manager of both Raw and SmackDown. Currently, Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce hold those roles, but sources aren't sold on their babyface personas and have previously pushed for them to turn heel. Instead, they proposed a bold alternative. Move Aldis to the active roster and let Jericho take over as GM of both brands to bring some much-needed entertainment. I would like to see Jericho involved there as the GM of both shows. Now, you've got something. Put Nick Aldis on the roster, let him wrestle. Let Jericho be the general manager. Now you can do something entertaining, they said. Jericho's last WWE match was in 2018 at the Greatest Royal Rumble, where he competed in the 50-man Battle Royal before moving to the indie scene and later signing with AEW in 2019 as a top star. If the Learning Tree's contract expires and he returns to WWE, taking on the GM role would mark a major homecoming after nearly a decade away, promising to shake up the company's programming. Adam Pearce makes a huge change to Roman Reigns' match at Clash in Paris. Roman Reigns is set to face Bronson Reed this Sunday at WWE Clash in Paris 2025, a showdown that's been building for weeks as the two heavyweights trade blows. This will be the OTC's first singles match at a premium live event since Cody Rhodes dethroned him as undisputed WWE champion at WrestleMania 40. But after last night's Raw, Adam Pearce might be ready to throw a curveball into this heated rivalry. During the show's opening, Reigns hyped his upcoming match with Reed, only for Paul Heyman, his former wiseman, to interrupt alongside the Ozilla. A fiery war of words turned into a chaotic brawl, with security scrambling to separate them. This could push Pearce to add a major stipulation to their Clash in Paris match. A street fight would be the perfect fit for these two aggressive stars, letting them unleash their full fury without worrying about disqualifications or countouts. It could turn their clash into a wild, no-holds-barred spectacle, ramping up the excitement for fans. While this idea sounds thrilling, it's still just speculation for now, with no official confirmation. Though Reigns is the favorite to win, there's a chance for a stunning upset if Seth Rollins gets involved, helping Reed steal the victory. In exchange, Reed and Braun Breaker could back Rollins in his fatal four-way World Heavyweight Championship defense at the same event. This twist could ignite a bigger feud between Reigns and Rollins, potentially leading to a blockbuster undisputed WWE Championship match down the line. For now, these scenarios remain unconfirmed, and fans will need to tune in to see how it all unfolds at Clash in Paris.